Welcome one, welcome all to another week, early edition, I'd say, of SJSU Esports League of Legends. I'm Avian, joined by It's Not Hawk.
Welcome to the stream. This is week 4 for our League of Legends roster in their Mountain West tournament, and they have been on a tear, 3-0 so far. This week up against University of Hawaii Esports, who I believe is also 3-0.
I believe so as well. I mean, and the teams that they've been beating have been no slouches either, from what I've heard.
No. Yeah, it's a pretty competitive bracket, but SJSU are the, well, not the reigning champs because they did not.
They didn't play last semester. Didn't play or last year.
Yeah,
I should say. But definitely coming through as the favorites.
We've seen them play, and it's really dominant in all the games that they have been doing, and then really fast. Just complete control over the map.
Yeah, they're playing like they got tests to study for over here.
Or beds to go to.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, I mean, hey, I don't know. Like, listen, the TFT isn't going to play itself.
Yeah.
I do understand want to gather quickly, but they may have their match cut out from here from the Rainbow Warriors of Hawaii. Playing against another team that's 3-0. Like, it doesn't really matter if you're like, oh, like it's like a fluke 3-0, whatever. Like, the record will always speak for itself, and it will speak for itself here as we figure out what is going on with our client, making sure everybody is A-okay, ready to get things going.
Yeah, a little bit of a delay, but I think we should be into it pretty soon. And we're looking at a best of 3 series for tonight. On the Rift, something maybe is going on with the draft, or they're deciding whether or not to do it in client or on an external site. So we'll have to wait through that maybe, but should be on soon, and hopefully it's smooth sailing from there.
Absolutely. I will say, though, it's a very, very exciting week for SJSU Esports. It's like we have the usual suspects for the fall semester, all still yet to play, all the Valorant that you could ask for coming up soon.
Yeah.
With 3 active rosters that are currently playing, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, only Valorant that's going to be on stream is Frost and our varsity team,
Right?
But we do have the gold Valorant competing as well, and maybe if they're making it to the end of their season and doing really well, we could see them pop up at some point, which would be fun. But yeah, everybody's doing pretty well, save for Overwatch had a rough time yesterday, starting off their season not how you would want to. But everybody else has been, I think flawless, not dropping a map.
Yeah, I mean, I know that at least when it comes to Frost in the Aurora series has always been pretty dominant, I would say. It's like always kind of finds himself either near or on that podium. But regardless, Yap session is over. It's finally time to get into our draft.
Yeah, here we go. I'm not really sure what the pick ban is going to look like here as far as counter strat. I haven't kept up with what UHE has been doing, but SJSU banning out Janna first, so probably a targeted support ban. I don't know. It's an interesting one.
Yeah, I'm like, at least when it comes to correspondence with the current meta, Akshan goes next for the Rainbow Warriors. It is very interesting to try and ban out that center first. Might be able to get a bit more of a clear picture as these bans start to roll out. Now, for me, this is a treat because I've heard about our league team, but we haven't really been in a good position, at least for me, to actually watch them play. So now I get a real semblance of what their strategy is going to look like going forward.
Yeah, it's we've been watching the clips though, for sure, and if you keep up with Spartan 60, you see some of how dominant they have been over the past couple weeks, but yeah, not too much shown on stream just yet, so this is very special. You get the casters being a haven, so it should be fun. Next ban is Milio. So double support ban, really trying to eliminate all the options for UHE's support player here. It's very tough.
Never look back. I think trying to take him essentially out of the game here.
And that's another mid ban too out of UHE. So both targeted bans back and forth.
Yeah, it's looking like we want to have some semblance of mid control over from UHE. And then from San Jose State, they are like, listen, we do not want a second roamer. Already got to deal with the jungler. And if the support is as threatening as they're making it seem, at least with their banning strategy, then it might be good to get all of these characters out of the way. Another casting support off of the table.
I have to assume that it's a mid ban because it would be pretty insane if they went three for three on supports in the first ban phase. Jinx, the last one out of bans. We go to picks now. SJSU starting off, and it looks like it'll be Stinky picking up Varus for the bot lane. He, of course, is our ADC, our resident ADC. He'll be playing with Ryan or Riot, whose name is completely illegible right
Quite
now.
Japanese.
But if you see the katakana, that's him.
Yeah, it's like they're going to be taking care of business down there in the bottom lane. Basically, besides that Jinx, which I must assume has been wreaking havoc. I mean, full reign to pick down there in the bot lane.
Jinx is so broken in the bot lane. I think probably just top tier ADC. So definitely makes sense to ban it out. And also Stinky loves to play that.
Yes.
He's definitely shown a lot of prowess on the Jinx. I'll say it doesn't take that much skill.
Yeah, I'm like prowess.
You know,
I mean,
I'm pretty bad at the game and I can navigate with Jinx, you know. That's what I'll say. Rek'Sai, first pick coming out of UHE, which is okay, you know, for the jungle, I believe.
yeah, I mean, we were looking at something a bit more flexible that would have come out before, but elects to just lock things in there. Initially with the Rek'Sai, now trying to figure out an ADC pick for the Warriors. Selecting between two, might go with the Sivir and chooses to do so.
I think that makes more sense. Sivir's definitely in a stronger place than Kai'Sa right now with the changes. And yeah, it'll be
We're not
jungle
picking
pick
Lisa in.
now for
No.
SJSU. I mean, they could go for it.
Jack Jungle? No. You see, they're having this much fun in game one is like, man, that is a crime, man. And it ends up going to Darius.
Yeah.
Juked us all out.
You know, nothing too crazy as of yet, I would say. I mean, be interesting to see as we close out the first pick stage, maybe go for the Nocturne. Yeah.
I like that. Wants a bit more time to actually decide who you're going to counter the Rek'Sai with. Going to be Nocturne. Darius going to be heading up to the top lane. Honestly, Rek'Sai, Nocturne, not too familiar with that matchup.
Yeah, I don't know what the clear time is on either, like how they compare. But I mean, it depends. We'll see like how fed each one of them can get. I think it might come down definitely to the bottom lane here. See if Darius can get stacked up a little bit, and then if you're able to with Nocturne on the timings, get the ganks down. And Vayne go for UHE. It's going to be their top lane.
Yeah, I mean, Vayne to round out the pick phase, very, very strange. And honestly, I am really curious to see what that Rainbow Warrior support is going to end up picking up, because at least from the initial ban phase, looks like they wanted a lot of that peel, just a lot of casting and not a lot of health. But now that you have really squishy top side, a bruiser in the jungle, and then of course you're sitting your ADC with only 2 picks left to go, you really need to put some meat on the bones of this team.
Yeah, and it is a little vulnerable right now for SJSU to just close out any more of these support options. I mean, maybe you want to spread it out, go one mid, go one support, but there we go. The Lulu banned out, so yeah, another support targeted ban. Really not going to be having a fun time on UHE's bot lane, I don't think. If you're going down to like the 5th in the pool, your bag can be deep, but it's hard to have it that deep.
Yeah, they have to have his OP.GG pulled up right now, going through every single one of his win rates, making sure that they're gotten out of there in order. However, though, trying to get this final ban situated for UHE ends up being the Akali.
Yeah, which makes sense. I almost wonder if maybe it would be better spent on a support ban, but I'm assuming that they don't know too much about Riot in terms of his play style, because he's been a pretty new addition to the team. And so maybe they're just a little more comfortable banning out some of these mid champs that they've maybe seen a little bit more. And there is the Zoe. So it's not going to be full support commit on the bans for SJSU, which I do like. I mean, it's funny to think about, but you know, if we're thinking strategically, best to balance it out. Picks coming up now. UHE starting us off. Nothing hovered yet. 10 seconds to go.
I mean, with the confidence that SJSU displayed in their ban phase, I really am curious to see how the matchups in the jungle and in the other 2 lanes go if they really, really, really want to make sure that that bot lane is covered. Now, like you said, support is a little bit newer. Renata Glass gonna end up being there quite
So bad. I think.
Yeah,
I don't know.
quite
I mean, I didn't
interesting.
check too recently, but not very useful right now. I think pretty low tier.
Ooh, I think you'd rather go with the Varus Braum pick here. I saw them hovering the rail. That's a very very aggressive pick, especially when that support is probably going to be the Achilles heel of this SJSU roster. Ends up going with the much more safe, much more synergetic pick with the Braum.
Yeah, tank support is doing really well right now, so I think Braum just makes sense. Pretty easy to navigate around, and then Fizz mid, which should be fun. We can see some sharks in the waters. So we head to this last pick for the mid lane. You can see what this matchup is going to be. Fizz versus Diana.
Potentially might want to lock that one in. I mean, you aren't fooling anybody right now, so maybe you could try to squeeze out a little bit more confusion when it comes to setting your runes, but looking like they're going to go ahead and lock in that Diana. Incredibly squishy composition here on the side of UHE.
And we're just going to have to pray that there's no Sentinels action going on here, and Darius takes the wrong runes.
That'd be pretty rough. I mean, you still do have a little bit more bulk with the Braum as well.
Yeah.
So you know, don't gotta be too strict or too disciplined when it comes to your resolve path there, unless you really want to make sure that you're able to outlast the Vayne, because I mean, farming in the top lane is gonna be an absolute nightmare for a while. You're basically just playing and letting the other lanes catch up and do their thing, letting Vayne fall off.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I think the game plan for UHE is definitely to win that top lane early, because honestly, right now their bottom lane looks pretty weak. I think it may be their weakest aspect. But you know, have yet to see anyone play, so I'm gonna hold my tongue as we wait for the spectator delay to kick in, and we'll head onto the Rift to see this map 1.
Yeah, I mean, I think that so far both teams trying to get their feelers out there a little bit more. I like the balance that SJSU is bringing to the table. You know, you have some AP burst damage there in the Fizz, really, really consistent damage. I actually, you know, I'm not too sure how we're going to be building Varus in this patch in particular, but regardless, you do on hit build or not, you still do get that consistent damage come out here with Varus as well. Nocturne providing some of that AD burst, and then you have a really, really solid front line that's going to be applying a good amount of the soft CC, letting all of your damage dealers catch up. So, you know, you can't really complain too much in terms of any sort of strength or weakness in regards to that SJSU composition.
Yeah, I think the Braum is going to be pretty useful, and also the Nocturne for starting these engages. On the side of UHE, I mean, you have Renata ult, which can cause a bit of chaos, but I don't think there's the same level of, well, Diana maybe, but you know, it's just a little bit weaker. So I think their focus is definitely just going to be getting ahead early, like everyone's. But it's definitely an important factor for them right now, because this could pretty easily slip out of their hands in the team fights.
Yeah, right now, I mean, SJSU definitely like not looking to make mistakes, which like again sounds very counterproductive from a commentary perspective. But when you look at the roster that they've put together for University of Hawaii, you are trying to take a few more risks in order to get that gold lead out of hand pretty early. For SJSU, I mean, it's just a matter of play clean, play your role, don't do anything too crazy, and getting that Nocturne to a spot where they could essentially gank any of their 3 lanes without having too much in regards to consequence. Like, oh, this lane's in a good enough spot to where I can tax properly, not get super behind on gold. And then if I do gang up at the top lane, it's like, all right, like we are still going to be able to have that objective control that is so important on that bot side. And when you have an advantage, at least in the character department, controlling those bot side objectives going to be so important.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, Sivir also is really high up on the tier list right now, so could get out of control there if you're, able to secure a lot more gold for UHE. And, Sivir could carry right here. It's kind of like Jinx, just, yeah, really potential to dominate with those spinning. What are they, axes?
Yeah,
Okay.
the blades.
Yeah. 15 seconds left to go before we pop onto the rift. SJSU is going to be starting on the blue side, and UHE on the red. It looks like. I don't know. Maybe that's not accurate. I think it is.
No, it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Gonna be getting some weak side action from Paradise to get things kicked off here. Meanwhile, SJSU gonna be playing to a much more favorable side, especially in this meta.
Here we go. There's the loading screen now. It should pop up for you guys in a second.
It's all right, tours right now. But lots to do in regards to esports at SJSU. Lots to watch. You got to be checking this channel. You got to be checking Genesis throughout the weekend. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna be absurd.
And
Like
check out the socials too. We just posted a banger reel from our Overwatch team. It was like the funniest thing I've seen in months. Like they bounce off each other so well. So
see, that's the communication you need in Overwatch too, because that game it goes too fast.
they dropped the 2. It's just Overwatch now.
Yes. In Overwatch normal.
Yeah.
Not 2. We don't have sequels here. We don't do sequels.
I think we are having some issues with our capture card, which was coming up earlier. So hopefully able to resolve that soon. Thank you to our producer for being so diligent on that.
Oh, I'm trying to watch it here from the side and give you guys
I think we're paused.
the radio view, but I think we're paused as well. I'm like, okay, not too much going on there.
They're calling it the most scuffed stream ever. Except for the one where we did it with no audio.
Yeah.
So it could be worse. Here we go.
Hey.
There's the view.
Oh.
And we'll resume playback.
All right, let's get things up to real time. We're gonna see like 3 kills on the board.
Yeah.
Massive gold deficits. Look like this is not gonna be the case though. Handy up there in the top lane. Mike Sherm shouting out the Bay Area. Repping him in the jungle, in the trenches.
A little respect there early as the minions come through.
Oh, I forgot how quickly minions spawn now.
Yeah, it's nice. It's so nice. Especially as a ball laner because you don't have to help your jungle. Here we go. Early push out of UHE.
Kind of to be expected. You're going to be playing under tower in this matchup quite often. Should be looking at about 3 different stalemates coming out here in their respective lanes. The only real advantage in regards to the early game is going to be on the top side.
Yeah. I think he lost a little bit of gold there. Unfortunate to the tower. Like the health math not adding up in his favor. But gonna be able to come back on this wave a little. There we go. A little engage from Handy, trading it out.
Yep, that's the thing though, is you can't overextend in these waves because then you take these massive trades.
Going under the tower is crazy, but he gets the kill and he gets out into the bushes. What a crazy dive.
You can tell that Handy knows that matchup like the back of his hand. No pun intended there, getting the quick and early kill. Smell blood in the water immediately from that overextension. And Unison has to burn both summoners for the same result.
Dang. Yeah, that's so much value right there from that engage. And in the bot lane, I mean, they're already winning SJSU on health. I mean, maybe losing out a little bit on this gold lead, but it's crazy first kill to open this game up for SJSU.
Deathcook trying to establish some sort of vision control. Knows that the blue side was started from SJSU. Doesn't want to make the gank too easy. Now that Mike Sherm is clearing on the bot side.
Yeah.
Likes to do the full clear, just ends up going right on back. Might try to look for
She's a level up right here in mid.
level down. There we go.
Equalized now, but yeah, going for the trades and the minion advantage right now, but opting not to push in too much.
Yep. Might be seeing a scuttle fight here on the top side. No fight at all. It's just going to be a race for Mike Sherm to try to get out. No rotation coming down here for Handy. Expects him to get out of dodge on his own, and sure does. Going to be a clean recall here early. Not too large, but still a gold lead for San Jose State.
Yeah, and it should be pretty great for Handy that Unison was out of the lane for that long, as he's going to engage again. Please, no way you go. Yeah. Okay. Realizing that, yeah, like the cannon's worth more than attempting that dive there.
I mean, that's what you do, though, is you make it so that now Unison can't attempt another one of those trades. Like trying to go up and extend for that early gold.
Here comes the gank from Rom. And we are...
I mean, we don't even got to actually see it. We already know that this is going to be a kill here.
Yeah.
Isn't even going to be a 1-for-1. The 1-for-0, Keshi goes ahead and picks that one up.
Utilize the flash there, which might have been unnecessary, but you know, you're not going to complain too much. 2 kills up.
I mean, once Apprehend comes back off of cooldown, there might be some real scary stuff there. Oh, sorry, Unision there on the vein. Once again, we're going to be seeing the rotation coming down from both of our supports, trying to match their timers up. Mike Sherm does so well. The Rek'Sai here, Toad, trying to match up with the pacing.
Oh, man. Handy's already got a good lead in the top lane. Gets the pull in.
That's killed.
Slices, and Dice is stunned up, though, so doesn't... Oh, no chance to get it. Just a little bit too low for comfort.
Yeah.
Oh, but you see how close it is every time, and it's got to be weighing on Unison.
Playing bully ball there with the Hex Flash is exactly what you need to do. Because like you mentioned, if you even see a slight lead there on the side of Unision, like it is absolutely.
And there we go again. There's the hook in level 6, but you don't even need it for a Handy that is 2-0 in his lane.
And at that point, the lane is basically over. Not too much that this Vayne is going to be able to do to try to come back. Right now, trying to secure that bot side control.
And the Dragon, I think, is just going to be uncontested for Mike Sherm to pick up here. Rek'Sai, you saw, recalled back to base and is making his way down now, but I think it's just going to be too late for anything. I mean, Coke's really low here as well.
There might be something that Toad wants to do in regards to trying to pick up this 3v3 scenario. Gonna just do his Toads instead. This should be
Nocturne ult jumping in. Renata's still alive for now, but they're not able to find the kill to re-up. Death Coke still. Oh,
I was looking scared there.
The gank was good from Toad. 2 kills for 1. That's how you're gonna start the equalize.
Like that there from Toad. Made sure to not really give up on that fight. Said we can at least get one to even up the trade. I mean, we already know this is gonna go.
2 levels up. Come on.
Apprehend comes back in 3, 2, doesn't even need it. Goes ahead, spinning to win. And now that makes 3 solo kills. Right now, that entire deficit, basically in gold, in kills, and everything besides the objectives themselves has come by way of Handy.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be weighing on your mind right now if you're Unision, because I mean, it just feels terrible to be going that bad in your own lane and nothing else has happened there.
So far, though, we've been seeing a dogfight in each of these lanes. Gold looking all but even, XP looking all but even, and no tower, it's like no tower plates even remotely touched.
Yeah, I think maybe Mike Sherman's a little bit behind on camps right now. So I think the rec side clear could just be a little bit faster. And I mean, did see that gank worked out really well.
Yep, essentially put all of the gold onto that Rek'Sai, onto Toad. Honestly, though, not a bad place for the gold to be on the jungler, especially with how the other lanes are looking. You're going to need to make sure that you get a full map presence if you want to try to rein this game back in.
Look at the gold lead in items. I mean, you see the boots built already, but Darius has boots too, and also the serrated dirk, and the shield, and the longsword, and potions. Like it's gonna be completely ruined for the rest of this game in the top lane, as you see so much respect forced to be shown.
Yeah, I mean,
now rotating down to these grubs, just gonna bully Toad away from this area as a team. Pretty much want to make sure that they secure these objectives and don't allow any in.
I mean, with Hendy there, you do not win a 4v4, but what about a 4v5? Here comes the ult, catches Riot out of position, now tries to get the consolation prize of the Vayne, excuse me, and sure does. Void Grubs end up going over to SJSU as well. 1-for-1 with the Grubs, not by any means a bad trade.
Yeah, you're gonna be happy with that one. I mean, maybe if you're Handy, you're a little pissed that you're not 4-0-0 right now, but I mean, yeah, here's the tower now. Should be able to get another plate out of this, I think.
It sure does.
Or maybe not.
Goes from there. Minion wave isn't going to make it too easy. You're going to have to back off of this in a bit, especially now with Unision coming back. Riot now slightly behind, but Stinky picking up the slack after a great session of farming in the bot lane.
Nana might be looking to ult here from behind the wall.
Not too much value to get out of it just yet before Sean finds himself having to back. Might save it for a rainy day. Seems to sure do so. Keshi going back into the middle lane.
Here comes Riot and Mike Sherm on the top, pinching in.
Oh no, just misses the Q. That would have been the soft CC needed to secure that kill, or at least make sure that that trade was incredibly favorable for the blue side.
Massive that Handy just crashed into the tower.
I mean, Handy just doing whatever he wants. You essentially have a second jungler at this point with the lead that he's built up. Oh, if he could stop this back, that would be outstanding, but doesn't even know that it's happening.
Oh, maybe even had the read, honestly, but just a little off timing, and I think a little off position too. That's just Death Coke, and I think Stinky and Riot are going to push this in, try and get that plate. Little do they know, Toad is here as well. Coke's going to bait a little bit. Now comes back the Sivir, and here's the engage from the Rek'Sai. The stunned up for so long is Stinky, and that's going to be 2 quick kills. Mike Sherm and Keshi realizing that that one is lost.
Yeah, Mike Sherm realizing that he had to get out of there the moment that teleport came through. Ult was out, teleports out for a couple sums, and some of the least valuable people on the field. Not too bad of a trade.
And he's definitely going to go for this here. The pull in. Oh, just missed there, but there you go. Went for it again and will come out victorious.
I mean, you can see at this point that Toad hasn't even been looking at the top side of the map. Yeah. Just recognizing how lost it is. And like we said before, we were wondering how those matchups were going to go with how aggressively they were bonding on the bot side. Keshi picks up a great kill. Might be able to get 2 here if this Q lands. Doesn't even need it. Just going to utilize the shields, but Mike Sherm doesn't follow up. And obviously, Keshi doesn't have the health to either.
I think that's doable there, to be honest. Maybe poke out the... No. Oh, Death Go canceled.
Oh, no.
Oh, Toad's here now. So
makes it a bit safer to farm. Now going to go ahead and go for the back.
Here we go. Stinky going to get this plate down. Braum here as well. And here's the engage underneath the tower. Level 8. But it's not going to stop this dive. Braum dying to the tower. That's Riot. Excuse me. But Stinky should be able to close this one. Yeah. A little bit more gold for his troubles.
Yep. I mean, if you are a support, that is one of the beauties of the role, is you don't have to operate with, or things are, you have a much lower operation point in terms of the gold than every other role. Basically, as soon as your spells are online, you are able to be useful for the most part. And with that dive, I mean, Ryan showing it off there.
Oh no, here we go. Nocturne coming in from downtown with the near sight. And Handy is going to be the one to clean it up. 5 kills, unstoppable from Handy on the Darius. Just complete masterclass right now.
Daily delivery of cleaning up our ward in Unision. Now, once again, we see
down in the bot lane there. They find each other in the bushes, and Riot's caught out again in between 3. Mike Sherm is here, but it's going to be too late to defend against that kill. Maybe they can find something isolated onto Toad. No, the W misses.
It's going to be hard. Keshi rotating down. Diana going to be soon to follow, guaranteed. Pretty much her only assignment to mirror and make sure that they aren't getting in any underpowered situations.
He's going to come down onto the Diana of Lavius now. Looking to engage, maybe, yeah, once.
Oh my.
Interesting Hex Flash, but there we go. It's not going to matter because he's so overpowered right now. Dominating from Handy. And they're going to go for this mid lane turret as well.
Keshi not even taking any tower shots. And there it is. Like I was mentioning before, essentially your second jungler. Usually the support's supposed to roam, but with how the bot lane has been looking and with that mismatch, it's good to have another roamer, and especially one as powerful as Handy on this Darius.
Yeah. And I mean, Vayne hasn't even been able to push in at all because there were so many minions to take care of. And he's back now again. The level difference of 3. Let's look at that wave clear. Oh, Mike Sherm's also taking the fight to Toad here on the Krugs. Gonna get the smite off, steal that one.
The 3v3. I mean,
yeah.
This is the 3v3 that you want if you are going to have any 3 against each other for SJSU's advantage. So far, tower advantage, Grub's advantage as well, and even on the drags.
Nice little predict out of Mike Sherm there, enabling Handy and Keshi to push forward a little bit and bully them off the objective for now. They're going to try and rush this Rift Herald. I think they should be able to get it without any chance of Toad contesting, trying to steal it off.
It's like, I mean, best case scenario, you give up the Rift Herald. Worst case scenario, you give up the Rift Herald and there's an increase on your jungler's timer. I mean, it's a no-brainer win-win scenario to leave that one alone.
Oh no, Riot might be caught out here again. Gets the stun, so able to peel off, but he goes back in for a little bit more, and Lassius hooks on, gets both of them stunned up, airborne, and Toad should be able to clean this one out. Getting low though, Toad goes solo.
Should be able to clean this one out, but this could be 2 more here. I mean, Handy is just too strong. Izzy's going to go for all of them, though.
Godlike on this double kill now. Deathcoke just has to run away, and you can't run from that. Mike Sherm, again, dashing in this dastardly duo, dominating right now.
The death of Riot not going to be in vain. End up picking up 3 there. And that's a fight that you absolutely cannot lose. Your single out here is going to be with trying to pick up Soul. And SJSU just inches much closer with that Drake.
Turret destroyed mid as well. The objectives are stacking up. And it looks like there's just no path for UHE into this one right now. Stinky taking the action up the top, switching around with Handy. If you look to the right, I think Keshi's here as well.
Oh, yeah. Going to be a 2v2, but it's a 2v2 that's going to be an advantage of SJSU because they could just pick up that kill on Unision so quickly.
It was just weird timing because he died in the bot lane earlier, and so he couldn't get there in time. Ooh. Nice little engage out of Riot near side. Yeah, it's nice. Flashed away, but Mike Sherm still going to close it out.
You see that? The smart miss to not give the Sivir any additional any additional meter there with the shield.
Yeah, Riot is playing very risky right now. He's way too low to be doing that. He took a turret shot too. That was crazy.
Especially now with the E down, you essentially have no outs there if you were to get caught. Rift Herald summoned up in the top lane.
He's crashing in. Mike Sherm opted not to take the fight, respecting it. I don't know if you had to there. I think you can claim the tower pretty easily, and now believe it's the tower take is going to be denied. So you still have that tier 2 up in the top lane, although I guarantee it's pretty low and not that useful.
Gold lead creeping north of 7,000. This early in the game could mean a death sentence, especially considering the difference in items here.
He is going to walk right into it here, but Deathcoke, the first to go down, Stinky claiming the kill credit on that one, and they're juggling Rek'Sai in between them for a very clean 2 kills. SJSU up 18 kills to 9, and the gold lead at 10K almost. Or over.
Yeah, it's like with those two
under.
With those 2 kills, now above 8K. I'm trying to continue this reign of terror. Latias can't have too many answers. He's going to get ganged up on, and Handy, just the presence alone allows him to do whatever he wants.
That was weird positioning from Unision. Keshi pops the I believe it's
Zonias.
It's full Zonias. Wow.
I mean, you got to remember, like, Keshi has a obscene amount of gold.
Yeah.
Everyone getting things completed. I mean, we even see the bundle pipes out here from Riot as well.
Ooh, Keshi might get caught out here. Toad misses that, though, and Keshi still wants more. He wants to contest because Handy and Mike Sherm are walking up, so Keshi's going to start this one off. Mike Sherm dashing in. Rek'Sai, yeah, caught out. Toad not able to do anything there, and the sliver of health on this tower is not going to stop Handy from pushing in and claiming it. Although I think, yeah, they're very aware that they've brought attention over here. Baron Nashor now spawning, and with Toad on a 19-second cooldown, it kind of begs the question, are SJSU going to go for this? I might be more inclined to take this mid tower, though, and get the waves going first.
Yeah, but at this point, you want a siege. Goes for the aggressive play. Is at least going to catch Deathcoke out there, if not more.
Out of Handy, and he brings them all together.
Wow, right, missed everybody.
Sherm picks them up. Handy is legendary now. A double kill out of the Nocturne. Handy picking up one of his own, and Unision gets his get back, but it's not a great one. 3 players down for UHE, and Keshi's going in for more.
My goodness.
Just to set up Mike Sherm. That's the tier 2 gone. And so much momentum for SJSU right now.
20 minutes and a hell of a siege later. 4-1 advantage means that is going to come down to Toad. It's going to come down to Deathcoke to try to put out some fires that are going on in the base. Barrett left relatively untouched as other lanes are trying to get pushed up. Slight disadvantage, not even disadvantage, really. They're still ahead in the bottom lane. But when it comes to the progress that we're seeing in every side of the base, the only one that hasn't been pushed fully onto the concrete is that bottom side. Might be trying to even that one out right now.
Yeah, I think they'll definitely look towards it, at least consider the opportunity. You see Vision being set up on Baron now from both teams. So we might see a fight there soon. Although SJSU is going to grab this Drake first, bring them up to Soul Point for the Mountain Soul. Pretty useful. Not the most useful into this comp, maybe, but just with the way Toad's been stacking up. Oh, wow. Actually, I don't know how much AD. It's a Massacre again. I don't have too much left to say. Lausius actually gets a life out of the Renata ability, getting a kill there, but it's still going to be a bloody massacre from SJSU.
Wow, even in one of the worst fights, still finding a way to get out of dodge here. Mike Sherm going to allow another life. And one thing that you'll never hear in the same sentence is Fizz and Caught out there so much in the toolkit to always get out of trouble.
I mean, I don't know how long the Zonias was back up for, but just, oh, what a beautiful one. I mean, I think it would have been pretty close that it regened. It's crazy out of Keshi, but great work to keep that one in their favor.
SJSU now to lick their wounds in the form of trying to set up for this Baron. Right now, the personnel was all the same for just that slightest little bit, but as everyone comes back up, they're now going to be setting their sights to that pit. Farsight is there. We see Riot trying to go ahead and clean up, do some janitorial duties.
Just stealing away these camps. Riot is playing so aggressive right now. Just being annoying, keeping them back, denying some of this vision. There still are a bunch of wars around the pit, though, from UHE, so they have a good idea of what's going on right now. And it's that SJSU isn't ready to commit.
I mean, I do like how SJSU has handled this. Was very clear that they wanted to subdue that support mismatch, and so far they have given Riot some chances to shine. As you can see there, shining he sure has done with this map, edging out in terms of the vision score over Death Cake, and then has had just slightly more kill participation as well. So they're getting him involved, right? Like the percentage isn't quite there, but he is still involved in the lion's share of this.
Oh my
gosh.
goodness, just burst down to nothing in less than a second there. Ridiculous out of Mike Sherm. And I just wanted to point out that if you look at the CS on the bottom of your screen right now, everyone's pretty much equal. Even UHE having a little bit of an advantage in the mid lane, but then you look at the jungle and it's a canyon.
Canyon in terms of the kills, Canyon in terms of the CS. I mean, and the gold lead illustrating itself in the portraits of the items as well. So much more completed for the full build, or at least making progress towards it for Mike Sherm. And now we see here, I mean, the scores from all of these players, absolutely insane. I mean, between Mike Sherm, Keshi, and then, of course, Handy, we have seen a total of 25 kills to just 2 deaths, and even more going on in the assist department.
And I think SJSU is set up primely to end right now as they just bring these waves closer with the Baron buff. This bottom tier 2 gonna be the first one to fall, I think, as Handy gets the job done. And up in the mid lane, we're looking at the inhibitor taking a little bit of damage, but minions aren't there to take it just yet.
Man,
I mean, you see how much Mike is just doing on these pokes, and we're gonna see it engage very, very soon.
Man, and then even then you could see that Sean found a way to get ahead and continuing it there with the ult, catches this Renata out of position. And now without that Berserk, without that ability, a second chance at life, it's going to be incredibly hard to try to win this one. Handy coming back, trying to make sure that they can secure it. Right now, spending all the ults, just wants to ensure that there is just one more fight to end them all. Apprehend to pull everyone out of the base. Says, I want you to sit here and witness the end of game number 1. The Nexus falls with massive leads in every single category. 20K gold lead. What a statement from SJSU to get started.
Yeah, I just pure carnage the entire time. From the very beginning, you saw that solo kill in the top lane, and it just cascaded on from there. Every time it was just SJSU showing their muscles, flexing on UHE, and it's going to take a lot to come back on map 2.
They knew they had to fight, and fight they sure damn did. That's the only way you could win those matchups on the top side. I mean, like as much as I mean, obviously, shout out to Unision on playing collegiate is very hard, but the skill gap was there in the top lane from the very beginning. Just all it took, literally a single overextension. That's something that
Yeah.
you cannot do. You farm from the wave, you sit there, you hang out, you let it kind of chill in the middle spot. You don't want to be too pushed up. You get ganked, you know you're getting screwed. You don't want to be too pushed back. You know that you can get dove and get screwed, especially with that lower health pool. All it took was, even with that wave management, just one time of coming up above the cannon minion in order to be slain there by Handy.
Yeah.
All
And
that
I mean, you were talking about how well Handy knew that matchup. And yeah, just knowing the timing, knowing how much health you're at, how much you can tank that tower to secure that first kill was really excellent out of him. As we're waiting, I think, for the next lobby to be created. There we go now. We'll hop in soon, I believe.
Now we got to see if the drafting strategy is going to be any different for Hawaii. I mean, the thing you have to think about is that this strategy presumably is what has been working for them to get them to this 3-0 spot in the first place. But now you look at it and you're like, all right, that didn't go quite nearly as well as we hoped. And I feel like, you know, the words I'm using for the goal deficit, I mean, down 20K, that is an understatement. You are down literally, what is that, 7 legendary items in regards to gold. Like you can't have that happen and expect success in game number 2, especially with that same strategy.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to expend some more bans to the top lane, and I think honestly to the bottom as well. Obviously want to get rid of that Jinx, but it also looks like Stinky is pretty comfortable on the Varus, and we've seen that as well in his other games. So I think you're going to have to diversify from mid a little bit, and maybe that allows Keshi to pop off on some comfort picks a little bit more to balance, and they're going to have to take that risk.
Yeah, I mean, Keshi popping off on that Fizz earlier on. Yeah, honestly, I mean, not too many weaknesses there from SJSU except for the expected, but in the other 4 lanes, I mean, looking as dominant as they have all semester, just textbook in every single position.
Yeah, and even Mike Sherm was a little bit slower in getting the camps, but it really didn't matter because he knew how to play so well around that map, working with Handy as a dynamic duo to counteract the good ganks that Toad was able to get in the bot lane. Yeah, I mean, finding himself so far ahead in the end for feeling. I mean, they stole so many camps.
Yes.
It was pure disrespect in the enemy jungle.
Go down to the bot lane. I mean, it was very interesting to see how they were able to hold their own even against those ganks. Like, one of the things that you kind of see in the gears of the Rainbow Warriors War Room is you could see that they were really trying to take advantage of the mismatch in the bot lane. They were sending a lot of pressure down there. They were having a lot of times where Toad would start up top, clear down to the bottom to either put some pressure or even act on it there with the explicit ganks as well. And SJSU, they just didn't fold. They said, all right, if you want to go ahead and gank us, then we're going to push our advantage in the other lanes. This Vayne needs you. And if you're sitting here trying to push a mismatch, which doesn't even look like a mismatch at this point, then you're going to go ahead and pay for it. Also looked really good. And I mean, I think realistically, right, along with the skill that we were seeing on both sides, also the draft was just not there. There were a ton of counters that you saw. Like, even though you saw the Sivir out, obviously, like you said, very strong pick. Like, what exactly is that going to do the moment that Braum Shield is there?
Yeah.
You have Renata Glass. It's like, all right, cool. You go for the Berserk. Guess what? You don't get to utilize all of the burst damage that comes out of that team in the Darius, in the Fizz, in the Nocturne with that ultimate, which is the quintessential part of your kit besides keeping your teammates alive, to give them even more stacks of Darius passive. So
yeah, and I mean, I think if we look at the value that both teams got out of their supports, because there were a lot of support bans in that first map, and it looks like SJSU's comfortable with repeating it.
Yeah.
And I mean, so does UHE. They're banning out Akshan first. But if we look at the support, right? How much value did you get out of Renata versus how much did you get out of Braum? And if you look at the stat line, Renata did a lot better. A little bit more CS, better KDA. Riot wasn't able to find any kills, and well, I don't know if Renata did either, but Riot died a lot more. He was putting himself out there for sure, and I think maybe they want to tone that back a little with how aggressive he's being. But he was able to start so many engages that Renata didn't really. I think there was one moment where you get the revive up on your teammate, they get a kill, but it crumbles because you're already so far behind. And that's the only moment that I can point out that Renata really was the correct pick. Leona going to be banned by UHE.
Very interesting of them to ban a support. Maybe
Yeah, I do think Riot likes to run that one as well. But I don't see any reason why you wouldn't go back to the Braum.
I think that they want to set up a true 4v6 spot here, but I don't think they're going to find it. I mean, Riot still has the champs on lock. We're going to have to see where they continue to go here with this banning phase. Oh, nobody yet. I wonder what that could mean. They elect to ban. No one might have had a bit of miscommunication there.
Definitely. I mean, it's too valuable to just give up there. Unless there's some like 40 chess math about how the bans from SJSU could stack up and you're saving one pick for your team. But I can't see a world in where you don't take that.
Yeah.
I mean, and SJSU not grabbing theirs as well.
I'd assume that was just to make things fair, because obviously quite unconventional to go with the no ban there. So I'm just going to end up playing out with 4.
Jinx taking pick 1. So maybe that was the plan. Instead of banning out the Jinx, you steal it for yourself. You do have the first pick of stage 1 on the blue side for UHE. Nice.
All right, gonna be pulling out the Twitch this time.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. I believe Sneaky's also played this one before in previous games, so he's definitely not going to be too worried about it. Riven picked up as well.
Yeah, no, it's that Handy just thinks he's just too much better than this guy, because that is
I mean, why wouldn't you be after that game 1? Death Coke popping into the Emilio, and that was a ban from SJSU earlier on. So I mean, they definitely knew what they were doing, but the support picked up, and that frees up a lot of SJSU's bans for this second half because they committed so much map 1. Now they get to make a few different decisions.
I mean, honestly, I do like that, opening up yourself to allowing a more even ban structure as the Vi comes out for Toad this time. Gonna be replacing that Rek'Sai. I honestly like that. It's like we saw some semblance of proficiency come out from Riot that shouldn't make it so you have to babysit him anymore in the picking or ban phasing, but yeah, we might might be restarting overall.
Maybe he had a crash or something. I think the rules are we'll see an exact repeat of that pick ban as far as we get up to the second pick phase. But I did want to bring up, I think it might be a pivot from UHE to just focus on the bot lane. Let's get our picks in early, and top might just be screwed. We might just have to give that one up because Handy looked too nasty. And so it's an interesting pivot, and I think potentially could be what they need to just carry from the bottom and forget about top. Just play as safe as you can. Don't give up too much this time around.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of reaping what you sow the moment that you allow the hyper carry to come through for UH. But I think that SJSU is betting on a couple of things here. One, they're betting on Sean's and Ryan's ability to be able to work together. They're betting on them to be able to, kind of counteract some of the first picks that you're going to see from that bottom lane. And two, they're kind of betting on a similar performance and a similar stat line, yet on different champions to come through from the top side of the map, which, to be honest, like a lot of it, just looked like the fundamentals. So definitely not too much that you should be too scared of coming out here from the jungle, mid, and top side of things.
Yeah, and SJSU very comfortable having Stinky carry them to the end. You know, great performances out of him before, super high stat lines. So I think either way, they're really going to be set, and it sets them up so well for the draft. There's just not too much that UHE can do up against this. Wait for us to hop back in. Don't know exactly what the issue is, but I'm gonna make up one. Internet.
Yep, it's someone's internet is screwy, not allowing us to fully realize this second map here.
I got griefed on my deadlock game today because the Ethernet cable came loose in the lab. I'm mad about that.
We need some iron bolts on those ports. However, though, it's been an incredible season for SJSU so far. The return of the league team, something that I know I've been looking forward to for a little bit.
Yeah, it was a little empty without them last year, so it is good to have them back and performing at full capacity with the revamped roster. They look ready to take on the world right.
100%.
And I was talking with Stinky actually a little bit ago, and he was talking about how he was a little bored with Mountain West. He wanted to do more, and he was wondering when they could get to a little bit more competition because they had a really easy going time this first 3 weeks, and there's definitely the hunger in the team for more. So it's gonna be great to see when and if they make it to the playoffs. And up into the further brackets of CLOL, playing against colleges from around the nations, with some of the very best players. How well they're going to stack up, because they definitely want to be there, and it shows, right? It shows how much they want to just end this out, go next, keep taking dubs.
Yeah, you don't. It's gonna be very hard for you to make it to that next stage if you don't show dominance at the conference level, which is exactly what we have been seeing so far. I mean, I don't even think that this group has dropped a game, let alone anything else.
They have not rushed through these picks and bans. I do wonder if they're gonna opt to gentleman's agreement. No, okay, they are both doing the no ban, which I guess makes sense because they did make the picks. But it would have been interesting to see what each of them would have banned if given the opportunity, I guess. Here we go. This is all repeats.
Getting things back in order.
And I think we made it up to the second ban phase. Well, so
yeah, this whole part is essentially a formality. So we're just getting things back.
Taking on their sweet time with us, though.
Yeah, it's like, hey guys, so did we forget who we picked? Or what's
going looking at the Google Doc. All right, come on, log in now. Let's go home. Oh wait, maybe
no, they didn't get here.
They did not get here. Okay,
because remember they were gonna pick the Braum.
Yes,
again.
I thought they locked in Braum.
They didn't lock in Braum. Okay. It was right after the crash. So now gonna be logging in the Blitzcrank instead.
That'll be interesting. How many crazy pulls Riot can get in to set him up in the bot lane. Zoe gonna be the ban from SJSU. A little bit more focus for mid. Obviously, you freed up first 3 roles of the bot lane and the jungle. And it'll be a Kali, it looks like, for UHE. Same ban as last time. So, oh no, it switched to Silas at the last moment.
Whoa, all right. I don't know who they are. are expecting in the mid lane, but apparently Silas is not going to be one of the picks that they want to see. So.
I mean, yeah, definitely a lot of outplay potential. So, you want to get it out. That's fair. SJSU on their last ban, gonna be Mel.
Very understandable.
Yeah.
Very understandable to get that character out of your game.
Interesting differences though from the last game.
One thing I will say though, shout out to Ryan, but after those cues from last game, trusting him with a hook is a very, very brave move.
I think the hitbox is slightly better. Okay, he's gonna have a great time right now.
Yeah, and judging, just slightly judging from the positioning of the ult and cues, perhaps we will see a revolution in the eagle eye of Riot. But until then, much to be proven. I'm sure that you will rise up to the challenge though.
Yeah, nobody is going to go down without a fight. Oh, Quay switched to at the last moment, playing with our emotions, really. And should just see the top and the mid lane left for UHE. What are they going to pick out first? I guess it doesn't really matter too much. They have both picks.
So. Yeah, it's like, what will they go with? Looking like the LeBlanc, though. This is going to be a fun mid lane matchup. See, this is gonna how we check if you've been doing your homework, because this is a complex one.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. My dog ate it, so I might need Aiden to walk me through this one.
Don't worry, I've been out of the game a mighty long time. No LeBlanc like the back of my hand, but Hui, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have to be falling back on my Dota knowledge for this one, because
couldn't they be nice and just ban out all the new champs?
that doesn't make it that fun. I mean, think about how fun Mel makes your games.
I can honestly say I've never played against the Mel because it's always been banned.
I see that. See, like they understand. Hey, well, more new champs. Yeah. Just for you with the Cassante. Cassante really not even all that new. Yeah, I mean, I guess I feel like I'm showing my age here by calling that champion old, but preparing our loadouts, getting things ready for this delayed timer. Very, very, very incredibly different looks in the fact that we have even a semblance of a health pool on the University of Hawaii side.
Yeah, and with the Ornn pick, I wonder if the goal is to kind of lose out top lane and then just use the artifacts to get some value out of the pick.
I mean, Cassante is definitely going to make this matchup quite rough, but I mean, the beauty of that character doesn't even come from his actual potential in that map in particular, but just his utility in team fights overall. And it's looking like that is what they're trying to do. I mean, you see the Twitch, you see the Cassante, whose ults, funnily enough, kind of clash against one another, at least in terms of that team fight synergy. The Hui, who could always provide value in regards to that AoE damage. Blitz for the engage, and then Riven, who kind of likes to go off and do her own thing. But plenty, again, of tools are going to hit in wide cones, are going to hit in wide areas.
As we wait for the spectator delay once again, this time UHE on the blue side. They got their picks in early. And be a couple minutes now.
Yep. Wonderful weather we're having, I fear. Man, I always forgot about this part. The spectator delay part.
You know what? It's all is good in the name of fairness. Wouldn't want it any other way.
100%. I mean, hey, no stream snipers allowed now. Like, come on. Meantime, though, got Genesis pulled up. It's gonna be a great weekend. Very excited for all my fighting game fans out there, all my Tetris fans out there.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be crazy stuff going on all weekend.
Big weekends back to back. Super Bowl into Genesis.
Mm-hmm.
Very different crowds,
and Valentine's Day as well.
Oh,
like, there's
that's
lots.
True. That's true.
There's lots to love in regards to the weekend.
This is going to be our last stream before Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day to you all. Even if you don't have a Valentine's set, tell somebody that you appreciate them. Make somebody know how much they mean to you. It's in the spirit of the season. Spread the love.
Call your mom. She misses you. Do that. I know all my folks who live at home there can look at their call logs and see a barren wasteland under their mom's contacts. Go ahead and do that. Do that on the 14th. She'll appreciate it.
Yeah. Anything else up with you, Avian?
I don't know. I'm working a lot. I was just over in Chicago. Now I'm gonna be taking my talents home to San Jose for Genesis, which should be a good time. And then I don't think I'm traveling much, so that's trying to keep things local. Should be getting back on league at some point, but we'll see. I haven't failed enough job interviews for that yet. So
yeah,
gotta toe the line of how much I put up with that game when I'm not depressed.
30 seconds left now to get back into the action. Hopefully we had a little bit of an issue last time, so prayers that it's not going to happen again, and I'm willing it into existence.
I would be inclined to agree. No issues, please. However, all things should be okay.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
It's always times like this where I wish I just prepared like a book of notes.
Yeah, it would be nice. We got to get on that.
Yeah, it's like, I'll have someone do that. Someone should be me, to be honest. But I mean, I don't know. Senior year is rough.
Yeah. All right. There we are. Onto the riff. Just be a second. I mean, they're in the fountain, so not too much to look at just yet.
I mean, the fountain is quite nice.
It is. It's very tranquil.
Before you get into the eye of the storm of war, or at least that's what it acts like. And you venture out.
That's what it does to your mind. Actually, it's like a war zone, and they kill your brain cells.
Yes. So you are fighting many an evil spirit in this game for sure.
Here we go. SJSU on the red side now. Oh, and it's Riven Jungle or Mike.
Oh, the
Sherm.
Jungle
Yeah.
Riven. I don't even know why it was.
we missed that entirely.
Yeah, I'm like,
talking about
Cassante. Yeah, I was like, I didn't even think about where Riven was gonna go. I figured that I'm always so used to Riven being in the top lane. I forget that now in season 16, now able to flex over into the trenches as well.
We just start first couple of seconds. The minions have arrived in the mid lane. Still waiting on them up here in top. And they peek it out there. Baiting a little bit. Asking for Unician to overextend again.
Oh, wow. Speaking of overextension, man. Ooh. Riot just getting right on in there. Him taking that trade, not as important as ensuring that this damage goes away from Sean as soon as possible.
I think UHE's bot lane did a good job of flipping that trade there. It was looking pretty nasty for him, and they got the damage back over. Actually, Riot's healed up a lot now, and there's the hook. The first one, forcing out the flash from Milio. That's a good summoner spell to get rid of. Handy's already taken a decent advantage in the top lane. Here's the engage now. Unician stunned up inside the ranged minions. I don't know if Handy's going to be able to get this one closed out, though. Unician making it under the tower.
Yeah, not quite.
Yeah. But, I mean, great. It's going to be great for his timing, as Unician's definitely going to have to recall soon or just face the death.
All right. I mean, I was unfamiliar with the ability to land at the hooks. Oh, that was
nice
real close.
Dodge.
If you had the length of the Thresh or the Nautilus hook would have landed, but alas, you've got the Blitz quite fast, of course. However, not too ideal when it comes to its range.
And that's first play down, so already UHE showing so much more potential. I mean, it is the Jinx pick. So powerful right now.
I mean, in this type of composition, Jinx so strong, Milia so strong, both on their own. But when you combine their ability to peel, I mean, like this area right here, like Ryan
Oh,
is.
Stinky flashes through the traps there to try and get a little bit more, but the zap goes back around. It's backfiring on them right now. Stinky drops down. First blood for the Jinx. And Riot's going to try and salvage this, but it's not enough. They get away, and now he's going to lose his life too. A double kill for Jinx in the bot lane. UHE off to a blazing start this time around.
Man, that is not the start that you want if you're SJSU. You know that you have the ability to pull it back, especially considering the fact that Twitch so much more powerful in the top side of the lane, in the top side of the game, excuse me. However, getting a bit of mid lane presence coming out here for Mike. Nothing really amounts to it though.
Worst recall, and even just wasting a little bit more time there. Handy able to pressure it out. Stinky might be able to equalize on the kills here. Oh no, Riot got slowed and he couldn't do a hook in. Unfortunate there. So Death Coke and the Jinx will get away.
Eaton CC during that W, one of the worst feelings in the game. So far, the trades between Handy and Unision have been much more even. However, things could get ugly real fast with Toad coming up. Handy knows that he has to try to find
no mana left too. There's nothing to get out of here. Flash,
just the flash.
Forced it.
We might see a flash come out
Toad
here.
Goes too. Toad goes in under the tower now. Handy gonna pull back, try to stop it there.
They're both dead.
Oh my goodness. I thought for sure Unision would have survived with the sliver, but the turret gets them both. And so Handy's going to be so happy with that engage, baiting them both under the tower and getting both kills. Oh no, only one.
Yeah.
Only got the kill credit for one.
One execute, one kill. Still, honestly, a great spot as long as you can maintain that wave pressure that you want in this matchup.
Yeah, and you say that Handy's already back in lane because he didn't have to recall and use his teleport. So now he's up here, level 6 now, up against Unision, who's still at level 5. So he's going to have a big advantage in this right now. And of course, you reset Toad's timing a little bit too. So Mike Sherm's going to pull away a little bit. So it really is a great outcome.
Man, it really is the little things that matter up there in top lane. Obviously, you know, smaller decisions becoming much more important in other lanes too, but it's just the consequences of your actions realize themselves throughout the entire game in topside.
Keshi and Lazius seem to be going pretty equal here in the mid. Oh no, actually Lazius I think picked up a kill at some point. Oh, nice little dodge there with the gloves. Dashing around Mike Sherm. And getting some vision. Realizing SJSU is probably going to set up for this Drake. But I think they're too keen on testing it.
Yeah, not too much you can do, especially with Keshi able to come down. However, Keshi has already
been the timing might work out. Mike Sherm isn't doing too much damage on to the Drake just yet. Death extending a little far for my comfort with Riot able to hook in.
And in the meantime of that fight, Handy able to find the kill on Unision. The best part is didn't even have to spend, or excuse me, finally ended up spending the ult there as well. No ult for Unision just yet. Up 2 levels so far.
And oh no, this could be bad. Toad's going to catch him out in the bush. They didn't have vision.
Oh yeah,
that was just a guess. That's crazy.
Straight guess. Wanted to route down into the Gromp.
Yeah. They had the vision of Handy going into the bush. So pretty safe assumption to say he was recall. I take my statements back.
It's like including the vision, even if you don't get there in time, you still get faster action over into the Gromp. Great play. Delays the recall just a little bit.
Jinx has ult here. Also, Death Coke has ult. Okay, there we go. Stinky gets up to level 6, but you still don't have ult for Blitzcrank. So it could be set up for something in the bot lane. Here are the junglers, though. Toad,
Getting out of dodge
not able
immediately.
to find anything there, and they brought a lot of players towards it, but ultimately backing off. Void Grub spawning now, and it is going to be Toad picking those all up. Looks like Handy battling with Unician.
Ooh, and the Grubs are gonna go over to Hawaii this time.
Oh, Mike Sherm is going to contest this.
Was what I would say.
There, great read from Toad, blocks him from going into the pit just yet, but here's Handy to help it out. Mike Sherm gets the kill onto the opposing jungler, and he's going to pick up this Gromp. It does get 2 of them. So
wow.
Advantage there.
How do they end up pivoting that? I thought that was for sure going to end up going over to Toad. However, great pivot, great help coming out here. What a dodge!
Oh my goodness. Stinky dodging the ult there. Oh, and Handy is just running this down under the tower. Doesn't matter. Pops the ult. Oh, maybe took too much of a risk here. Now unable to go for the kill, actually.
Yeah, and you have to spend the recall yourself. Gonna once again be able to push the difference here. Unician has the teleport up as well if they want to spend it, and sure does.
Oh, Stinky's so low. It's perfect setup for a zap. There you go. Just able to dodge it. That'll be the double recall from the bot lane. Meanwhile, Unician, doesn't have too crazy. Yeah, no, it's just a regular wave here. And Handy now a little bit more comfortable on his side. There are more blue minions, but it doesn't look like he's getting chipped down too much. Yeah. And Unician definitely is feeling it.
Oh, once these cooldowns come up, it's looking like it could be over.
Yeah. And knocked into the air. There's the Ornn ult. Does get the stun up, but he's too low to do anything about it. Handy on a killing spree now.
Man, that push was just so smart to get Ornn out of the way of the ult. Ends up having to spend the flash to get back in there. And even then, now down a flash and down a death as well.
Yeah, I even wonder if using the ult is the correct play there, because I think he's going to be on cooldown for a decent bit now. And it really, there's no way you're winning that. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, here's the gank from Toad to try and get some kills. Lasius is also here, and Riot looks like he's going to be the first to fall, but it's actually Death Coke. Jinx going to go on a killing spree as they back up the pressure from Ketchy. Now Handy's here as well, and Stinky there to back it up from behind. Lasius actually goes onto him from behind. Handy knocking him up. It's the clone. Lasius, ooh, what an evade there. They might have to give up the Jinx. No, they don't. Oh, I lied so bad. Handy is unstoppable. And though we won't get Lasius, it's plenty of value for his teleport into the bot lane.
Man, gonna have to find a new spot to recall now that Death Coke is here. They might be able to turn this, to be honest, especially now with all hands on deck.
Do you go for it? Yeah, well, you're gonna have to now. Oh, the miss. The miss will definitely cement that one. Yeah. Stinky switching up to the top lane to hold off against Unician for now. And that's Cloud Drake. That's the first Cloud Drake, actually. It's been up there for a while. Getting bored, maybe. So, I mean, let's look at the carnage after it's settled. SJSU up 1 kill, about 1,000 gold as well. So, nowhere near as massive as the lead they had at this point in time last game. But it's still a lead nonetheless, and they're getting the kills stacked on the right person. Handy 5-1 right now. But, I mean, you do have Jinx building up a little bit already. The Yuntal arrows and the Berserker's Greaves for that bot lane matchup. And you see the pressure coming out there. Yeah, Stinky and Riot going to half health for no trade damage in return.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, this is a chill and farm type of matchup that Stinky is in right now. You just got to get your CS where you could find it. And as you can see, I mean, they're just not making it easy. A 20 CS difference there in bot lane. Now trying to slowly bring that back together. However, I mean, we're getting some really aggressive looks coming out here for Riot.
Yeah, and an interesting one at that. Wow, your teammate is channeling back. I mean, it could have been a crazy hook, and then you cancel and you get the kill. But it also could have backfired if the recall went off too early. Here's Handy now looking to close in on Unision, stealing the minions early, and Unision sees this, realizes that he's got to get out of there.
Proxying already. And Caro ends up finding the kill on Stinky. As we said before, the bot lane looking about how we would expect. And now look at this. There's no minions right now for Unision to try to fight under. Just have to take the damage as a slight and let it ride, because that's the beauty of when you do that, Proxy, is now the lane incredibly barren. Prevents you from getting any sort of control.
Still at that same deficit. UHE equalizing a little bit. It's gonna flip more though as Handy takes this tier 1. The first tier 1 is down.
First of the game, and SJSU, despite having some pretty scary fights, especially in bot side, still actually up on top of every single objective and the kills and the gold as well.
Yeah. See, I mean, this could fall apart if Jinx is able to build up too much. You see the crit and the attack damage already such an advantage over Stinky, who's comparatively pretty far behind in this gold. He hasn't had the same kills, the same opportunities, and it could be a difference maker if bot lane can push up a little more, but they haven't found the same success on the plates.
I mean, so far, they are doing the correct thing, SJSU, is by allowing Stinky the opportunities to farm, going for the lane swaps, trying to put some really aggressive moves onto that Rift Herald, because as you can see, once Handy, Mike Sherm are in the same spot, it needs to be all hands on deck if you have any chance of winning that fight. If they're all there, then that allows Stinky to come back, try to get back in the game. But if not, then they're saying, all right, we'll take the free objectives. We don't need him to win, especially with the advantage that we've pushed in every other area of the map.
Mm-hmm. I still timing there for Mike Sherm with the Scuttle Crab coming up right as he finished Rift Herald. And I think going into the enemy jungle, meeting up with Toto a little bit. They see each other. You got to respect it. Unision diving back towards the tower, and he'll make it into safety. Relative safety, though, because Riot's here and the potential for a hook. No, I just cursed it. Riot backs up. Stinky gonna get jumped on by Toad. Still surviving.
Two ults gone could be some really scary stuff for both these players. Goes for the ult. Now might be able to land the hook on Death Cake. Still on the table so far. Looking like Riot ends up dying. 4v5 here. Mike Sherm, the next one to go down. Could get one here with Unision. Sure does.
Off, man.
Oh, if you could get Caro down, that could be huge. That's the ADC down.
Yeah, I think that now they just win this all because, Jinx was doing so much damage, and you keep stacking with the attack speed off the kill. Does it? No. Oh,
and it sure does. The ticks coming up, and that is the value that you still get out of that Twitch, regardless of how close he is to the fight. It was looking bad there for SJSU, able to turn it right around. That's the power that the sustain brings you, all of that AoE, and again, the lower than average health pool that you're seeing on the side of the Rainbow Warriors.
And it seems like SJSU is pinging for the Ocean Drake, but going to maybe do something else. We've lost it. We don't have the vision right now. Oh, they are setting up for it. Yes. But they delayed it a little bit, so it honestly might give Toad an opportunity to come and try to steal if they still want to do this Drake. And it looks like they do. Mike Sherm going to start it off. They do have good vision set up here, though. Oh no, I lied. That is the blue teams.
I'm like, absolutely not. But they do have vision there still, regardless.
And yeah, there's a Drake already pretty fast, but we could see a bit of a fight here as Riot maybe can set up to do a nice little hook and open this. Mike Sherm, you can't take that. Oh, you can actually, because Toad ran away from Lasius. So now you get to disrespect a little bit more and take those Raptors. So these leads, they're going to start stacking up for SJSU. Red turret destroyed in the top lane from Unician. So that's a little bit of good news, but the Rift Herald summoned over in the mid lane, crashing into this tier 2 turret with Stinky to support and try and let these minions do their job, get a little bit more damage before ultimately backing off.
Oh, looking like the bot lane duo could be getting collapsed with this Cassante from Handy. Nowhere in sight. Things could get ugly.
There's the Ornn ultimate coming through. Hits Mike on the first, and then on the second, Lassie is able to pick up the kill. That's huge. The jungler out now. Mike Sherm's been doing some good work, but he won't be back for another 30 seconds. And looks like they should be able to get this mid-tier 1 down with the wave coming. The Jinx is going to burn through that health. Riot's going to grab a hook, maybe. Can you land it? No, flashes through.
You don't even need to.
Oh, it's not going too well.
I mean, I don't know. It's going swimmingly, at least from what I'm seeing. Should be able to get a little bit more peel going on here. And once again, barely not going to be able to kill the R, however, now showing its potential. I like this approach that Riot is taking, though. Isn't going for any of those crazy hooks. Just wants to go in, play WE, and then use the Q as follow-up CC to guarantee that and not just start the engage from far.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunate that it didn't work out, though. I think the Jinx is just too stacked at this point to be doing stuff like that. You have to respect it a little bit more because she is going to pull away at this point. Here we go. Same thing again. This time, there's a little bit more firepower from SJSU to try and do this. Stinky clearing out the wave, so it won't happen this time around.
Still a 3K gold lead in the favor of San Jose State.
Oh, it will be Hextech Soul. Gotta mention that.
Ooh, that's going to be pretty important. Static shifts for everybody.
Early ult gets the knock up onto Stinky Deathcoat. Looking to find a little bit more off that. No, it does not. Stinky goes invis now. Gonna stack up some of this poison, hopefully. Whole team here. In goes everybody. And out comes Keshi on a rampage now. Toad goes down to Stinky. And it's just 3 left. Keshi died as well. Oh, no, excuse me. No, Keshi is still alive. Dead. No.
She's still quite alive. However, the Jinx being up and your health pools being this small makes it incredibly scary.
I think for the core, though, it's okay. It's just Riot really needs to be careful around this. He is too low for comfort, and Keshi is as well. There we go. Unician flashing in, getting 2 there. Oh, no. Good credit goes to Jinx again, which is not what you want to see if you're UHE. The red turret destroyed in the mid lane.
I mean,
Jinx
going to
keep pushing a little bit more, and Unician's here to try and deny this, but the smite is available for Mike Sherm. Still, now you've got to deal with the Jinx.
Oh, and you have to deal with the LeBlanc as well. Baron. How in the world was Lasius able to land that? They got the Baron buff indeed, but I believe it only going to a single player here.
Oh, man.
Only serves to act as the denial for UHE as they try to come back in this game.
Yeah, brutal for sure. And I think it will just be on Handy. Maybe Stinky got it. I don't know. Oh, Stinky did get it, I think.
Oh yeah, we actually do end up getting the Baron buff on Stinky. Still very good. One of the higher value players, along with that Cassandra, that you do want that buff on.
So you look to it now. The kills have been equalized, but the gold still leans in SJSU's favor.
Oh, and that's why you want that Baron buff on Handy, able to decimate the towers, especially given the dominance in that item pool as well.
UCN just looking to push up the top as Drake is gonna be taking team effort. And Deathcoke into spot. Oh, the rocket almost there, but the timing just the slightest bit off. They didn't have vision, but a pretty decent predict. Just would have loved to see it connect. If you're Jinx right now, still pretty comfortable just to push in now onto the bot tower. So low, you should just get the first crit hit, and yeah, there we go, gone.
We saw the kills equalize.
Unision is getting jumped by an army right now, and so he'll put up a little bit of a fight, but yeah, not too much to be done. Yeah, staying alive for a decent, amount of time.
Gold going to Stinky too. That is going to be a very, very scary sight to see if you are UHE. Has to end up burning that flash. One less flash, at least it being on the Milio, not too bad for Hawaii.
Look at the game state now. Got Baron coming up in another 3 minutes and a half, maybe. Not for another. Oh, the timing might be pretty close, honestly. So it could be an interesting decision for SJZ to make over, Soul versus Baron at this point. And are you willing to potentially give that up to UHE? Maybe you want to commit to a team fight first and try and, get them out of the equation, but you're taking risks.
I mean, we're seeing a little bit of deja vu from last game where we're seeing the curve stomp that's happening in the top and the jungle sides of things. I mean, almost the exact same CS differential as well. But the thing that is the key difference here is that gambling on the bot lane seems to be working out a lot better for University of Hawaii than it is for San Jose State. The gold lead's still there, but not nearly as massive for SJSU.
Yeah, and it comes down to the pick ban. They didn't ban out the Jinx because they were going to be the ones to pick it out first. And yeah, definitely makes sense. Can has looked so good on it.
25 minutes of game time, closing out to 26.
Right. Sitting here confused because I'm like, the game's supposed to end at this point.
Yeah, I'm like, I mean, with how dominant SJSU has been, we've kind of expected them to be hitting the Nexus at this timestamp of the game, but so far it get quite close, barely gets out of that Hex portal, and now Toad needs to find a way out. Sure does with the Q.
Pretty interesting outplay out of Riot there. Unision going into the 1v1 now, but Handy's 2 levels up and already so much health up. Gets the stun back, pulling in. Can gets onto a killing spree.
Oh, there's
taking out the jungle.
Some carnage going on in the mid lane here. What a snipe coming out.
He's going for more. Doesn't have the ult online to close that one out, but he doesn't need it. Riot stayed a little bit too long, allowing the triple kill onto this Jinx. Now hunting, searching for more.
Here comes Handy.
Oh, rooted up, forced to walk around a little bit awkwardly. Lassius needs to be careful not to allow Handy to engage onto the Jinx right now. You need to pull attention, allow Jinx to get the stacks up and build up the attack speed. It's risky. Jinx is so low right now, and Handy wants to play around that. Woo.
Now, mind you, there is still a flash up for Handy if he does want to make an explosive play.
It's going to be the recall, which I think is the right play. You'd love to stay around and get a couple more kills, but you need to maintain right now. You're still a little bit behind. While you can hyperscale and carry this game, you need to do it alive.
All right, now we see taking a little bit of time to catch their breath before the next dragon is up. No focus on the Baron now at all, and for good reason. SJSU now trying to secure that soul. If UHE has anything to say about it,
What a nasty engage, Unision.
my
The
gosh.
spacing wasn't perfect, though, actually. Unision gets the first kill out, and he's a little bit more tanky than I think they anticipated for. Taking out 2 now on his own, pretty much. Toad there to back it up a little, and then Toad is going to go down to Sherm. There we
my
go.
gosh. Handy is still
The
alive
backup
and
now
kicking.
is Handy's going to go down too. Shut down by Jinx. Now, oh, just missed the W there, but it doesn't matter. The team's ready. Pops the hourglass, and oh, it'll go to the Jinx. Godlike.
Man, yeah, this is not the spot you want to be in. You have a battle of the hyper carrying champions, and yours seems to have lost in a dominating fashion. Now only a couple items away from full build, and with that support quest done, now as you can see, a completely separate spot for the boots. So now there's even more to be built.
13, 2, and 2 is the stat line on this Jinx, by the way. Absolutely insane. And if you look at the gold, they've equalized it a ton. 0.8, 0.9, just the difference. And they should be able to extend a little bit more. Well, it might come down to this Baron. We'll see. Sticky spotted out there by the long-range ward.
And you can see how much more comfortable Unision is on the tank pick as well. Like the Vayne, not sure how they really wanted to go about that gamble. It just was not really working out all that well. Now on a champion with a much higher health pool seems to be right more at home.
Yeah, and I think the armors that he's built is really throwing a thorn in the side of SJSU, or it might just be magic resist with the Hwei and Twitch. But yeah, I mean, we saw he got hooked in, and it looked like he should have been dead because he got pulled into like 4 players, but he managed to sustain through it, stay alive, and that was definitely the difference maker there. Being able to pop the ult and get so much value out of that, set up the rest of your team and get some kills for yourself too. Really seeing a lot more come out of that top lane for UHE, which is what they needed, and it's what they're going to need to turn this one around. 21 kills to 19. The gold still in SJSU's favor by about the same amount as we checked in last time.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that they're already trying to rush that LDR for the Twitch. I mean, very understandable. This Ornn is quite annoying. And even though he's really has only been there to split push and press the R button, and of course give the augments for the items, which is going to allow them to scale even more, if you can believe it. As I mean, it is nice to get him out of the fight as quickly as possible, eliminate that front line, and then try to get things moving from there.
Yeah, we're grouping up here around Baron. Handy goes in potentially a little bit early. Gonna get chipped down a little.
Just a bit.
Forces out some cooldowns. And Lassie is chasing a little bit more. Gets the root down. A couple more auto attacks. And clears out some vision. Pretty decent trades there.
Yeah, Lashes at the very least gets to be annoying.
And here comes the flood of Lou wards. Gonna get cleared out now on that side of the pit, but they'll still have some info for if SJSU wants to do something inside. Watch this Jinx now. Ready to just pop off. There's the hook out of Riot. Airborne goes Death Coke and into the grave as well. Nice, clean kill. That's what you want to see. You need to start isolating more of these. Flash into the grab. Doesn't quite work. Riot goes down. There's Stinky as well. The root almost gets this Jinx out of the equation. Handy's following up on it, and he does get the cash. He gets the kill, but it's still going wrong in the other sectors. Mike Sherm dying to Unision. Toad may fall, but it's the 1v2 now for Handy. Only players left alive right now.
This will basically decide the game.
I don't think that he's going to be able to complete it. Lasius, knowing well how this needs to work, just let Unician take the damage up, soak it all, and you can get a kill? Maybe.
That might be able to
Gotta
get
be
it.
careful. No.
No way.
Lasius, how do you give that up?
Unician does not have the damage. However, Death Kick coming back means that this is going to be it for Handy. Was what I would say.
The timing's wrong now. It's all wrong.
Hold on.
Unician's gonna follow through now. Handy at level 19.
Hesitation coming out here from Riot. You gotta go in and help. Goes ahead. I like that. Zones off. The Milio allows the 1v1 to happen with the 2 levels. Should be easy as cake, especially with Stinky coming in.
Oh, they flipped it. Unician might get the kill on the Handy here, but
No,
he's definitely
you will
gonna
not.
lose life. The Jinx ult goes through and Stinky absorbs it. Riot now grabs the hook, fighting these players, but nobody's there to follow it up really. And so Riot has to back off as he goes low. So all for naught in there, except for Lasion lost his life. What a weird order of events there. It all kind of fell apart for UHE's beautiful, attack there. They could have had 2 alive with nobody from SJSU to contest their push.
Faith in the numbers to combat the evil
no.
stat line from
Keshi's
Unician. Absolutely blown up is Unician goes in there, starts the engage, and they melt down that Hextech Drake.
I don't think SJSU expected them there at all. They thought, I don't know, maybe they would have been around Baron, but Lasius going aggressive here. Riot just level 11, a little bit less health to work with, but they're going to start up Baron now because Mike Sherm is out of the equation. So it's a free Baron, and they're going to get it onto all 5 of their players instead of just the 2. Concedes. SJSU going to be forced to concede, and the gold lead flips for the first time in this game. Well, maybe early on it was, but for the longest time, SJSU has been solidly in the lead. You saw that chip away slowly, bit by bit, and now UHE have managed to flip it, and they've got a Baron power play to work with.
Yep, this time all the way. Miss coming out here from Unician means that you could chip them down just a little bit. Riot caught out of position. Going to be quite scared. However, I mean, look at this. The bot lane getting absolutely dominated this time around. A 3-level difference between, it's like
100 CS.
Yeah, 100 CS difference.
Goodness.
There, it's very clear who won the bot lane matchup this time.
Yeah, and it's just Jinx, just it's so bad how good she is. Like, in this meta, gotta be some changes, I think, because look how easy it's been for to run away with it in this game. Here comes the pressure down onto the mid turret, and faster than you can say mid turret, it's gone.
Yeah, there's going to be hard pressed to find a way to win this game. It's going to require a huge pick from SJSU's side in order to try to turn this around, particularly on Karakara. As long as they're alive and as long as Lasius is alive, because, I mean, you can't count them out of shit. Not even full build and still able to burst down essentially 80% of the roster.
Oh, Lasius got almost a crazy opening there and almost got crazy caught out. Here we go again, looking to get that damage down onto Riot, remove some of the CC that SJSU has available to them. And old lead creeping up ever more. Unician pushing in the top wave now. Looking at Handy, he's closed the level gap a little bit now. Handy maybe feeling, oh no, I did, my best in lane, but Unician's managed to pick it back up. Here's a mid inhibitor going down. And they're comfortable to pull back now, UHE is. They've got the value they wanted, and they can kind of push it around top, maybe. Look at a different spot. I don't think Drake's going to come up too soon, but they'll have that as an option. They can set up vision for that. They have so many options right now, and SJSU is just forced to defend this.
The fate of the game literally resting on a Karakara shutdown. That is all that can win this. I mean, you just saw the damage that this tower took. even just in passing. And when focused, it gets even worse.
And UHE's not greeting. I would have gone for the attack on the tower there, even with just the 1 health left on the minion. There's the tower chipped down. All 10 players here ready to fight this out. But they might not get the opportunity. UHE's playing safe. They're playing back out of the range of Riot and his hooks.
You have the Runans.
And here comes the buffed up minions. Is that Baron expired? I think so. Yeah.
Continuing to hit this Ornn. Things could get scary.
No. Mike Sherm. Oh, well, he's dead there, but he definitely would have died. The Raging Bull coming through. Unision doing work. And the double kill out of Can. Toad resurrecting now. Greeting for this so hard. He might get punished even a little further, but it won't matter. UHE is going to find their end and bring this to a tie. They were not going to take this laying down. Team kill to close it out. UHE bring it back in the bot lane.
All right, we have got ourselves a series here. We thought it was going to be 2-0. It's like perhaps in the way of SJSU, but we've seen the firepower from UHE on paper. We weren't able to see it there in that first game, but now that the comps look a little bit more even, I mean, it was a night and day difference between the team that we saw in game number 1 and the game that we saw in game number 2. A 40-minute marathon there, especially by the standards of season 16, ends up going to University of Hawaii.
I mean, yeah, really impressive stuff out of UHE, just sticking with the program. Even when they were down, they played it right, and they just slowly built themselves up to a point where the Jinx could carry the entire team, put it on your back, take those objectives, steal it away, and ruin SJSU's chance of heading home early tonight. We're going to a map 3.
Yep. Now you got to see what's left in the tank in terms of the draft. And I mean, if I'm San Jose State, like, I mean, that letting that Jinx through has to be inexcusable.
Yeah, I think wishful thinking that maybe they could be the ones to pick it up themselves. And maybe just not knowing how much, how good UHE was able to pilot it. We're going to head into the next Champ Select, third one tonight, hopefully very soon, and we can get you on your way. But it has been a banger of a series. The first time SJSU has dropped a map, what an opponent to do it on. I mean,
if it was going to be anyone, it was going to be this one.
Yeah.
Showing it off right there. I mean, just stayed balanced, stayed composed, because once again, we saw that the gold lead was starting to kind of, not even kind of, just really dominantly flow in the favor of SJSU, which is what we've come to expect as expected. But, you know, some key fights, allowing their champions to scale, which again is just also important. Just sitting there, keeping your head down, farming in the bot lane allowed them to flourish there in late game.
Yeah. This has been a crazy night, and we are waiting for, I think, some players to get ready. But hopefully we can get back out there soon
for the last match of the day. Clock approaching.
Yeah,
10 o'clock.
We're on a little bit of a timer here. We can't have this go too long because we're gonna get kicked out at 11.
We'll have to see. I was gonna say, like, this is the race to not get kicked out of our secure streaming location.
Yeah, the compound.
the hobbit hole that they have us in right now.
All right, guys, let's. Oh, it is Fearless Draft. Oh, okay, that makes sense why there wasn't the Braum then. Okay.
Is that why that exits?
I did not think that Mount West was fearless. I thought they had a rule against that to support the players, but that's crazy. All right. Hey. Sure.
Cool. Fearless draft.
That'll be interesting. I mean, it's going to be a really fun map 3 then.
Yeah.
As we see how deep everybody's bag can go.
Yeah, I'm like, I feel like now it's a question of like how deep does, because we've seen the depth of the champions that uh, the champions that Cashew, that Mike Sherm,
Mhm.
that Handy haven't been able to play. But I am very curious to see who's going to really dig deep in the bot lane.
Yeah.
Who's going to be able to really pull out all the stops in order to take this last set.
Yeah. I mean, secretly, I'm hoping for a nail biter. I'm gonna say though, I do want to go home. I gotta drive back. It might take a while.
And the silver lining is at least you will not have any traffic.
You know what? That's true. In some movement, maybe. Hopefully, I think we're on the correct side now.
That's just, you're going to be heading back to blue,
Yep.
I believe.
Yeah. I'm running out of things to say. I've exhausted everything in the tank.
Let's just go out there and have fun.
Here we go. Champion select.
Let's just go out there and have fun, guys. Oh my gosh. Janna ban this time.
Same out of SJSU. Really concerned about this one. Which, maybe they have the reason to be. I don't think that Coke has found the too much impact. Definitely more on the Milio, able to keep some players alive a lot longer than they maybe should have, and just supporting the team in that way. Again, Lux, Akshan, and out all the same here. Could see some differences as we get into the picks. Apparently, it is Fearless, which is pretty exciting for Collegiate League, to be honest. Leona, again, knocked out of the equation. And here we go, Zoe.
Yeah, man, Zoe's out again.
Let's see. I'm trying to remember what they've been banning third. It might be something mid.
Your guess is as good as mine.
All right, now. Over something. Give me something to tie. There we go. Akali. It is gonna be a mid ban.
Oh, they have been banning Akali a lot, actually.
Yeah,
at least for
they did fifth last time.
And in game one as well.
Yeah.
Ooh, and Bessa coming out here this time.
Yeah, should be pretty interesting. I'm assuming for the top lane.
Happy Black History Month to my boy Handy.
Happy Black History Month, Avian.
Thank you. Showing off all the representation there in the top lane. First with the Cassante, now with Mbessa. Gonna be seeing who the counter is gonna be. This is Zhao.
Okay.
Want some stability there in the jungle.
Yeah. I think we're getting to a very interesting draft here. I do like Fearless, just from a viewer perspective. I mean, and it does also benefit SJSU to not have to worry about that Jinx anymore.
Yeah.
Just to have it out of the way. Tristana, potential. Yeah. Lock it in. So another very similar hyper carry.
Yeah, those late scaling hyper carries have been coming out time and time again so far. Gotta see what the answer is here from Stinky and Riot. Felios might be the answer.
I think that's probably going to make sense. Pretty strong in this patch as well. Yeah, logging it in. See what they want to pick third. If it's going to be the support duo or potentially a jungle pick to counter.
Honestly,
it would be mid, maybe.
Okay. Goes ahead and blinds the Orianna. Very, very strong move in professional play. While not professional, this is still organized, so could see some similar success. Getting ready to see who is gonna.
I'm getting ready to take a nap. Ari,
Not
all
yet.
right. Go. Should be an interesting mid duel then. Let's see if these players can maybe grab an early lead this time around. I think it's set up more for that than ever before. Be the next round of bands now. Andy, they're gonna come up second actually.
I
So
assume we just get 2 more supports out of the way. They are gonna get the Nautilus off though.
yeah, another hook champion. Maybe a little bit concerned about Liz Crank from last time, which fair. There was a couple moments, but I think Riot was definitely shut down by the end of the game. Just too squishy.
Right.
Here comes the band from SJSU. It is going to be Morgana, another support, just really targeting this role now, and it might be the same. They could go jungle ban here, which might
Yeah,
make
I'd
things
assume that they'd go for the jungle ban IMOs. Like, I mean, you want to cripple the powers within.
Oh no, Alistar.
Oh, Alistar. Man, it's like they just wanted to get rid of the entire pool.
Yeah, I mean, I
for-
definitely have seen Riot play that one as well, so it's gonna be interesting to see what he pivots onto.
So in response, you will get no Lulu to pair up with that Tristana. Makes sense. I mean, you still have some crazy picks on the table. You still got like the Nami and other enchanters that you can go with. Meanwhile, for SJSU, gonna be looking for honestly not even a consistent damage dealer. Like if I'm a jungler here, I'm trying to figure out who I can get to do some burst because so far there's no health on that team. I mean, trying to subsidize that with the Jack's going to be sending Xin Zhao up to the top lane. And Poppy support could be the play here. I mean, or we could also, again, flex that to the jungle, but it's not going to be a flex pick regardless of.
Yeah, we'll just see.
Yeah, we'll just have to see.
Let the marbles land. That's not the right saying. Too late for me. Poppy locked in. Here's the last one for SJSU. Mordekaiser. So it will be Mordekaiser top and Bessa. Wait.
Yeah, it's like we might.
Bessa jungle? Poppy support?
Could do that. I'd assume we're going to be going with the Poppy support. And to round out the team, it's going to be potentially the Seraphine.
Could be an interesting pickup. Makes a good amount of sense. No,
or the Nami, as I said. I was like, man, pairing up that Nami with the Tristana could be a very devastating combo with the enchants that you're going to get in order to patch up those early game deficits that Tristana can run into.
And you see the swaps go through for SJSU. It is going to be the Ambessa jungle, Poppy support, and Mordekaiser in the top lane. Pairing the loadout now, and then we are going to take a short break. Get yourself some water, refresh as we wait for the spectator delay, and then we'll be right back with the action after this break. back. Map 3 of this series. What a thriller it has been. SJSU picking up the first one. Super dominant, super fast. The next, a lot more drawn out. UHE coming back from behind to take the dub. Now it all comes down to this as we creep into the wee hours of the night. SJSU looking to close us out and keep their win streak going. Same for UHE. Both teams undefeated so far, and this is gonna determine it.
Meanwhile, either team right now in this game 3 scenario looking for their first loss potentially.
Death Coke already getting chipped a little bit low. Saw the switch onto Nami from the potential Seraphine. No. Yes?
No.
No.
It's like, so what we are going to be looking at here is a lane where once again it's going to be a bit harder for Stinky to get started, but I mean there are spots where Riot can let some magic happen, like what would be right here.
The quick level 2, so powerful, and Stinky lucky to get away with that one. Expending both summoners. Poppy also using the ignite there. So pretty good value out of UHE. Just using the flash in return. Completing his first half of the jungle. Looks pretty on pace with Toad on the other side.
So far, as you come to expect, neck and neck on every single side. Keshi and Lash just once again having battles that will be told for ages to come.
Oh, okay, I was going to say, look at the CS in the bottom lane, but Stinky is going to be able to catch up here a decent bit as Concon takes the recall. Sion looking for an engage. I don't know if you want that one. I don't know if you want the smoke. Handy. Oh, Handy's down. Handy's down a level. That's the first time that we've seen Handy down a level in his lane matchup.
Yeah, Handy down about 2 minions. Should be able to get that level 4 soon, even in this fight, depending on how the minion aggro goes.
Yep. Firm here to pressure a little bit, and they're going to run into each other. The junglers do. Riot's here as well, the support, and Keshi maybe can get a little bit of damage.
Oh, wow. It's looking like Keshi didn't go ahead and collapse on that. Now Riot left out to dry a little bit here, going down. Now the bottom lane looking like a 1v1, just like up here on the top side. Remember that the kills aren't too valid just yet. You got to work through this Zac passive as well.
Mike Sherm is rotating up through the river, going to gank here now. Unision
no vision.
Doesn't know. Gets up to level 5, and he's running right into the tower. Interrupted! And Handy should pick up the kill. Yep. Just need to stop it. There you go. Oh, no. Mike Sherman's going to steal that one.
Yep.
But you can't be too mad. 1 up for SJSU. That's the start they want to see.
Gives up the gold to make the rotation worth it. Stinky going to be heading into those purple blades soon, but for now, chilling, trying to get those spread shots here with blue.
Both ADCs a little low right now. Potential is there. I mean, Riot here is the healthiest one. Could start an engage, but he's getting chipped down. Just has to concede a lot of that damage. While in top lane, both players back at it. Force a plate down bot. Back up, reset as these cannon minions come through. Dragon spawning now. That's the 5-minute mark. Needs to be seen who's going to try and get it. Handy goes up to level 6, has the ult available, may not even need to use it.
You don't even need this. You just go, shouldn't even have passive up. Unision dies again, and now looking to go for the 2-0. Will Carroll be able to find anything? Finds one at the least.
How is he still? What happened with the turret there?
Didn't have enough time to take aggro before the W back out came.
I mean, yeah.
I like that there. I mean, obviously, Riot trying to give that kill over to his co-laner and Stinky, but I mean, when duty calls, you got to go ahead and take the gold for yourself.
Yeah, interesting. Both ADC is going to buy up now. You can see the difference forming already. Berserker's Greaves, Longsword, and the Quick Blade for Tristana. Definitely going to have the damage advantage going back into the lane matchup. Drake being taken. It is Hextech off the table. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, we saw some crazy outplays with the gates last time around. So that's not available anymore. But red team, UHE, gonna get that Drake. And Toad now free to roam around, cause some trouble. Unision caught out here for sure.
No,
this is
dead.
So unfortunate. Oh no, I forgot that Zach can just go over walls.
Yeah,
and this time Andy not able to interrupt.
Makes it quite easy for those types of escapes. I thought that we were going to see yet another Mordekaiser Q coming out to bring those reigns right back in, but nothing yet so far. Bot lane looking much more even by every sense of the word. Exactly where you want to be if you're SJSU.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the minions are evening themselves out now. It'll be interesting to see. Stinky gets level 6 first, but there it is for Can as well. And I don't know if they're going to be able to do anything quite yet. When you look at the top lane, minions taking down a lot of that first plate. I think Handy's definitely in a position now to be more aggressive, and you see that. There you go. Handy found his lead again, and dang, does he look confident in that position. Just
2-level lead out there. Meanwhile, come back here to the bot side. As we said, levels are tied up neck and neck. Red Blades out this time. Ooh, red into white with ult could get scary here, depending on the type of hit that Riot would be able to find.
A nice pull in from Handy, working around this turret's range. It's another, takes a shot, but had the shield up. No health loss. Void Grubs up now. Who's closest to get it? Either, actually. They're both down in the bottom side of their jungles, respectively. I think potentially Toad has a little bit of a head start.
It depends on if Toad wants to bring that clear back up, though, is the question. I mean, especially with the Ambessa now known to be on the bot side.
And it's going to be tricky because you're not going to have Unision be able to support you. And I think Mike Sherm is noticing that, playing around going for the gank. Both junglers here and now. Actually, Death Coke, the first to fall. Toad trying to salvage something, but he's getting focused by all three. Can, the only one left alive, and he should fall too to the Aphelios. Maybe just dancing around the turret, realizing you don't need it strictly. And recalls all around. Lasius maybe could get an engage on Takeshi. And look at Handy here. Definitely proxy. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no minions coming the way of Unision. Able to heal up a little bit, but I think Handy is keen to go for this dive.
Wants a big crash. Does not want much resistance if we're to go for the dive.
There you go, the grab in, smash down. Unision healing back up a little bit, but you see the numbers start to tick back down. Mike Sherm is just going to get these grubs. Toad probably going to contest, but it might be too late. Doesn't get the vision that you need. He's going for the gank onto Handy, but Unision is so low already. At the very least, maybe Unision will be able to respawn here as Handy is distracted. Toad gets the kill. Mike Sherm up now, trying to get these goos out of here, and he does.
Oh my gosh, you should be able to get 2 here with Toad.
Yeah.
Now, one thing that you have to know about Poppy is you will not be able to make it back to your turret the moment that she is between you and it. Shows it off there. 8-2 lead, and now in the support position, it's looking like we're seeing some semblance of control come out here from Riot. Real comfortable in this Poppy pick.
Yeah, There we go. It could have maybe gone a little bit different if Zach was able to get the respawn up, but the timing just good enough and the util good enough for Mike Sherm to clear those all out at the same time. And it's looking rough in the top lane for UHE again. This time, though, Mike Sherm, the one to stack it up a little bit more. So maybe Handy's not going to have as dominant of a time as we get into the team fights. But yeah, this lane is lost. Looking down at bot. I don't know what the timer is going to be on that next Drake, but we might see it somewhat soon. Handy just taking this brawl. Definitely can. Not taking any damage, really.
Yeah, that was incredibly free there for Handy. Now here 3v2.
There we go.
4v2
Riot picked the right
potentially.
moment. Oh, no, Keshi almost went in for it. And they're playing it. Stinky under the turret, still choosing to focus this Tristana, getting stunned now. There's the wave going through, but Can is so low that you just have to give it up. Now comes support from the jungle, from the mid lane.
Ooh, the charm missed.
Ooh. Oh, Riot is going to look for potentially an ult here to try and isolate somebody. Playing up so far. Yeah, he can just deny, if the jungler tries to push in, you guarantee this Drake, but it's not even going to come to that. As Mike Sherm cleans it up himself. Handy just fighting it out in the top lane still. Chem plants bloom. And it is going to be that Chem Drake. Not the most valuable one per se, but still, soul is soul. I don't think it's going to come to that, though. It looks like a game where SJSU is going to get the Baron and going to close it out at 25, 30 minutes. Here's the bot lane quest done for Stinky. That's early, and here comes the engage. There we go. All the way down goes Can and Death Coke vulnerable and forced out of it. That's going to be the tier 1 gone in the mid lane. It should be, at least. Here comes Toad to try and gank top, but Unision might be too low for this to work out, and Mike Sherm is here as well. So it's definitely not the time to try this one.
And like Toad doesn't even have the vision to know that Mike Sherm was there until right now.
And
like that there. Don't reveal.
Gone. And it's a 2v1 in the top lane. Deathcoke maybe going to head up, but it's not an equal fight per se. If Mike Sherm is able to get...
Remember, Mike Sherm, they do not know that Mike Sherm is there yet.
Yeah.
And that's why that becomes so important. These are the two melee champions.
Wave comes through, and Toad manages to stay alive for now, but Mike is all over that. Keshi comes in through the wall as well. Mike going for more, and here comes Riot to knock it up. Add the CC, a double kill for Mike Sherm, who stays alive through it all. 13 kills for SJSU now. Mike on 5 by himself. 0 deaths on that Ambessa jungle.
Looking beyond strong at this point. And as we mentioned, the difference in the impact that we've been
watch
seeing
this
here.
Jump in from Unision. Yeah, a little bit more stacked in the top lane than mid. So Keshi could lose his life here. Still, the flash is available for Unision if you want to contest this a little bit more, but getting slowed with the util.
Doesn't give me scare time.
Jumping now in, but again into another. There's the grab on. Keshi's still alive for now. Handy's come to back it up, and Keshi stays alive.
Yeah, Unision shouldn't for long, though, if things look according to plan. Ends up taking a ton of damage there with the burst. Once again, that's kind of the beauty of the blue ult. Top quest completed now for Unision, trying to find some sort of silver lining.
Oh my goodness, Deathcoke goes down to 1. Really not looking too powerful right now. I think it is that tank support just taking advantage of the meta right now, able to push it down, and Rift Herald spawning as this fight happens. Top lane, Handy should just have this one in the bag.
Yep, and have this one in the bag.
Wave and probably even just dive the tower here. There's the grass, just barely misses. but it shouldn't matter too much. The advantage is clear, and I don't think Handy has a way of losing right
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it is looking rough. The ult, of course, is still there. Probably trying to do without it so far.
now. Yeah, you really don't need it. Save it for somebody else that's going to cause you a little bit more trouble. And he's sticking around to try and clear out this wave and just crash another. Deathcoke is here to try and support, but I just don't think Unision has it, even with a gank, to take out Handy at this point. Like, it's 50 CS down right now, and we're 15, 16 minutes into the game. It's kind of untenable. Deathcoke is back down towards the mid
Oh,
lane, and Mike
no.
Sherm just in the right spot to take advantage.
Dodges the Q to add insult to injury. SJSU and University of Hawaii both looking back in old form.
First tier 1 is gone. That's in the bot lane, and they're going to push this up with 4 as people move over to defend it. Might be a little bit trickier to try and get more value there. Andy still just winning this 1v1 up in the top lane. Going a little bit low, though. Unision could do something. Look at this team fight back down at bottom. Turret doing its job. All out of Unision. But yeah. Andy coming out of that alive, but I think you do want to recall at some point. You have the teleport to get back, but you don't want to be too low hanging out there.
Yeah, they're also going to need him for this Drake, which is happening right now.
Yeah, interesting time to start, and Toad gets caught out a little bit. Mike Sherm focusing on Lassie is pushing him back. Toad going low, dropping low. There you go. Mike Sherm is godlike, and he's definitely looking for more. Here he goes on to Lassius now, finding the very back of the line. Switches off onto the Tristana for the legendary. And that will be Drake secured.
As that's Drake secured. That is plenty of damage on these towers.
Unision taking the 1v1 this time around in mid, and he's dropping low already. Handy, I think, popped the ult potential. And yeah, should be able to clear these out. There you go. A little bit close potentially of the respawn, but you had Stinky there to back it up. I'm going to push into the mid tier 1. This is the last one standing. Toad trying to deny something, and there's more to pack him up. That's half the health gone. Good amount of gold over to SJSU. They're sitting on a 10K lead. Objective bounties are up for UHE as well.
10K lead at 18 minutes is absolutely diabolical. Like, that is impressive. And honestly, every single matchup kind of goes to show how that happened. Huge CS and kill leads, monstrous kill leads, I should say, in the top and mid lane. Tons of assists coming out here for this Orianna and Keshi. And then we see Stinky, we see Sean's return to form.
Yeah, Stinky really, having a good game here. Was a little bit shut out last time around. And so it's good to see that performance. Mike Sherm going in again. The Bessa engage is so powerful. 9 kills, to 0 deaths for him. A 700 gold bounty at this point in the game. 20 kills to UHE's 3. Keshi is pinched between 2 now, and he doesn't even know it. But he'll know now. Lassius gets the kill credit as they just push in further. The inevitable waiting for them at the other side of this map. Win to close this out. That's what they want. That's what they need. And Stinky, the W gets away.
Yeah. Some calls on the Baron timer. Seems like we know what SJSU wants to play for, and all that Rift Herald does is secure the deal for them. They have to deal with this push before they can go over there, and they're already going to...
Bessa's still in control. Gets the knock up. Crash onto the tower. Good damage. Stunned up for now and Charm. Mike Sherm goes down. That's huge. That's been their carry for right now. And so now they've got a way easier way into this. Handy gets the kill on the Lashes, though. Evens out the numbers at the very least. And look primed still. I don't think, just the level difference, the gold difference, the items that they have built up right now. It's not feasible for UHE to fight this too hard. Unision goes in for the dive, manages to stay alive on one before falling. Stinky dominating now, and he's got more shut down and traded back. Stinky with the double kill, and Handy's up in the top lane, just pushing it all in. The pressure from all angles against UHE. It won't be enough to end here, but it definitely could secure SJSU the Baron, and then they take that and run with it. Handy going to get that tier 2 push now from two sides, but I don't think he's going to be all that worried. He can definitely take this fight. Maybe not if Ken comes up here. The charm just barely misses, inches away from potentially closing in on Handy, but he'll get away with it just fine with the teleport, even if he wanted to recall. There's the mid-tier 2, feeling the pressure from Stinky and Riot. Ooh, Riot's got to do a little bit of peel here now. Stinky drops low, and they're going to chase this pretty hard. Mike Sherm around, just misses the engage there, but it won't matter. It's too much. Stinky gets shut down, but he gets the kill back. Still, I think that was 1,000 gold handed over to Toad, who has that now to play with. Still, I mean, 10K gold lead still for SJSU. I won't hype it up too much, but Mike Sherm going down is pretty big. There we go. Riot's kind of caught out here in the crossfires too. He went up a little bit too far. Unision going behind Handy, gets the shutdown out of Can, and Keshi, the only one left, running away. Maybe can pull off the magic of getting away again, but it doesn't look like it. Asius is chasing hard. And Unision looking, doesn't see, but he's out in the open. Unision just barely didn't see, but that would have been such a free kill. Oh, man. Still, UHE are going to be able to flip that very nicely, get this mid-tier 2 for themselves, and potentially get some more. Unision goes deep into the tower, though. What a misplay. That was not it. He manages to get back out alive, but he's going to be low health now. Toad is getting the Drake, which is nice to keep the points even as far as that goes. But just the engage wasn't perfect there out of UHE. I think they could have played that a little bit better. Still, a 1-for-1 trade at this deficit is good for you. SJSU actually going to be the ones to take the Chem Drake. Toad got off of it for some reason. There's the wave through, but Handy is tanking so much of this damage. Unision goes deep in onto Keshi, taking that duel. Meanwhile, Toad falls. Unision looking for more, and he's taking a good chunk of damage. He goes in. He dies, actually. No, there's no opportunity. Didn't have the ultimate available. And UHE actually flipped this on its head. It looked like the misplay from Unision might have spelled their doom, but it doesn't. Mike Sherm should just die there. Yeah, and it's Stinky left alive. Again, very similar situation to before. This time a different character. But it's going to work the same. The charm goes for Lazius. He's going low. Stinky trying to fight this out. Staying alive. Gets one before he falls. An ace goes to Can. 8 kills for him now as the AD carries start to stack up on both sides. UHE are trying. They're not giving up. They want this bad, and they're not going to take it lying down. Even though SJSU has the gold lead, they've brought it back. I mean, they closed a gap of what? They got like 7,000 gold back in the last couple minutes. And now they have the opportunity to fight around this Baron too. I really do favor them. Ambessa is towards the bottom.
I mean, with everything that has been going on, uh, they have been able to claw back this gold lead from over 10,000 to now a measly 3.5K. In most cases, you know, it's like you come to expect
Oh
that
no,
from that type of a
Riot is dead
lead.
there for
Riot is super
sure.
good.
Pulled back into the fray. He tried to get out, but he won't. Lassius on a killing spree. UHE now looking towards the Baron, maybe. Could do it. Although there's a brawl down below towards mid with Lassius. He's kind of separated from the team. Toad now coming over. Lassius flashes in, tries to get the charm down, but it doesn't work. Nevertheless, the rest of the team has started this Baron, and they've pushed SJSU out towards the bot lane, where they're taking a tower, but in trade for this Baron, it's definitely not going to be what you wanted. UHE picks up the Baron buff. Handy exposing position there a little bit, not able to get the grasp in.
Not only with just the tower, but all 5 of the UHE players all getting access to that Baron buff. Now the gold lead, once again, kind of stabilizing around 3K, has no real signs of slowing down on that side.
Man, Stinky walked into that one. Can Toad stay alive here long enough for the team fight? Yes, he does. Flashes out to get the double kill for Can onto the Mbessa. Lassius comes in as well, and they're looking to take this one right here, right now. They're finding the kills that they need. Lassius onto Riot. Can't escape. The charm is good, and the abilities, they are landing. Handy now and Keshi, the only ones left to fight against this. And Toad has the vision. Doesn't quite land that one, but I mean, if you're UHE, this is the one of the greatest Barons you could ask for. You've equalized the gold lead. You're going to get the advantage here now as well in the bot lane. Unision taking the tower with these empowered minions, and Keshi just has to watch it happen.
And now, after a series of unfortunate team fights, what looked like what was going to be a stomp for San Jose State, I mean, as we mentioned, 10K gold lead at 18 minutes, now brought down to a mere item components worth of difference here. Huge kill lead and still the tower lead coming out here.
Which is ahead.
It's like, no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's ridiculous. And you look at the objectives. They have less towers. They don't have the grubs. They did get the Baron, right? But they're down 2 Drakes, and they're still ahead this much. They're down on kills as well. And you know what it is? It's that they went down early, and then they got the rewards for coming back. And so the game has put them in this position where now they're the favorites to win after they were down so much.
Yeah, the shutdown was not where you want to be in regards to the
Here goes Unision. The dive in. The jump is aggressive for sure. The ults go through for UHE. A resurrect on the table. Handy goes down. It's a triple kill for Can, who's going for more. The dragon is spawned, but they're not looking at that. They're looking at the 4 and the ace.
Man, could have been a Penta there. However, with that ace in place and the death timers, you don't have quite enough time to end the game, but you have enough to get incredibly close, especially now with the new wave coming in here. All you got to do is just take care of these minions, take care of this inhibitor, and then you could get to work on those Nexus towers.
They might try and just end here. There's not a ton of minions to work with, but they might have enough time. Poppy's going to be respawning now, but still 10 seconds left for the rest, and they definitely have it. The damage is there. Riot putting up his last stand effort, but it won't be enough. UHE flipped the script and end it here, taking the W 2-1. What a well-fought series from them.
Hawaii showing why they are undefeated in an incredible fashion with an insane comeback. And SJSU Esports goes down 1-2. Hawaii once again continuing their undefeated streak. SJSU falling down to a record of 3-1.
Unfortunate news for both of our teams that we've streamed today. Brutal losses in both ways, you know, a stomp and then also a really hard fought loss in the end. But that is the nature of the game. Thank you for sticking with us. I've been Itzhak Hawk, joined by Avian. It is getting late, and thank you for joining us. Thank you to our players for putting up such a great game. Make sure to follow all the socials down here, and tune in for next time.